Welcome to today's video. My name is Donnie, and for today, we are going to discuss how you can search a matrix of a table wherein you have two conditions or two lookup values or two criteria in one of the arrays. For example, here, I have this table. I have locations under column A, and then I sort of like have dates for each of the locations under column B. And then I have sort of like, let's say, sales for the items that I have. So I have here apple, bananas, and oranges for those columns. And my problem is that I want to find out what is the total sales for San Francisco on June 5th for bananas. So this means that I need to search for the San Francisco values and June 5th specifically, and then look it up under the bananas column. So for this one, we will use index and match. Okay, so I actually have a video wherein you're just going to look for it under a table, but this one is a matrix, so meaning there's a column angle, okay, to the problem. So it's not just these two values, we also have to consider this one here. So for this, we have to create a slightly complicated formula, but very much doable. So we'll start with index, and if you have a matrix, you can use index to search an entire range of cells like this, and then comma. And then since we have two parameters, we have the parameter of row and parameter of column, we need two values. So let's say we need June 5 or June 5th of San Francisco. That would be the sixth column, or sorry, sixth row of my range of cells. And for the bananas, that's the second column. So I would need these two values, 6 comma 2, and close it, so that I could get the value that I'm looking for. So I have here San Francisco for June 5th, and I have for bananas, which is 761. So as you could see, I get the correct answer, but this will only work if this is the value that I'm looking for. My formula only uses 6 and 2. So meaning I would need to make this two numbers dynamic so that I would be able to search, okay, for whatever what I want simply by changing the cells in C13, D13, and E13. So to solve this problem, I would have to solve first, let's say, the column. So to make it easy, I'll start with solving the column side of the problem. So I have here the number 2, and instead of using the number 2 here, I would use match. So I would match the value of bananas, okay, and then look it up in this range of cells. So C1 to E1, and we're expecting an exact match. So we want to put 0 for the last parameter of match. So we have here match of bananas under that range of cells C1 to E1, and we want an exact match 0. So that number 2 originally is now replaced by a match function. And as you can see, we still get the correct answer. And you see here that we have uh, solved the side of the column area, okay? But we haven't solved the row area yet. And I hope here you can see how match works. So match will sort of like search for a certain value and look it up in a range of cells, and then give you the position of that value that you're looking for. So the number 2 is the product here of match because bananas is the second cell of C1 to E1. Now, moving forward, we're solving down the number 6. So for that, we need another match because that is match's job. Match is to search for something and give you a number where that value is. Now, the problem here compared to our previous match is that we're searching for two values under two columns. So for this one, we need to combine the values that we're looking for and search them in a combined version of the table as well. Of course, you can create another column for that in our matrix, but you don't want to really mess up your matrix. You just want to have it everything in the formula. This is very much doable. So what we're going to do now is we're going to combine or concatenate the lookup values that we have. So we have first San Francisco, C13, and okay, June 5th. So instead of looking just for San Francisco, we are concatenating that with the value of D13 because that's what exactly we're looking for. San Francisco for June 5th. Now we're going to put comma, of course. And what we're going to do next is we're going to have also a combined version of the table that we have in our lookup. So I started with San Francisco, combine it with June 5th. I would have to do the same for my location and date columns here. So I would highlight A2 to A10 because that's where the locations are. And just like what we did with the lookup value, combine or concatenate it with the column of the dates. So match is capable of doing this, wherein you have two values you're searching for under two columns, and then comma, just like the previous match, we want to indicate an exact search. So we're going to go for 0. So there's our match for the row side of the problem. We're combining the lookup values and search for them in the combined version as well of the table. So enter, and as you can see, we get the same answer as what we had here a while ago. It's 761. Take note that this formula will work even if you change the lookup values. So for example, I'm looking for New York for June 5th, which I do not have. I only have June 1st to 3rd. So let's say I'm going to look for June 3rd and it works. So New York of June 3rd for bananas is 479. And because our second match, okay, gives us the column as well, we can switch this to another value and you will see we have 399 instead. You may also notice that the locations are arranged in a certain order. Doesn't really matter. I could sort this data, let's say, from the date column. And now the locations are not in an order, but our formula is still giving us the same correct answer, even if we shuffle the data. So it doesn't really matter how you arrange your data. Index and match doesn't rely on that. So now we see the solution to this kind of problem in Excel. I hope this video helped you, and if it did help you, we would appreciate a like and subscribe in the channel. It really gives us some motivation, okay, to keep creating videos for you. If you have any questions, feel free to use the comment section, and we will try our best to answer those questions for you. We may even create a video to answer your question just like this one. This is actually a response to a question that we had in the comment section wherein in a previous video somebody asked this sort of question. So we can even create content for you if we have the solution to your problem. And for now, this is it. Okay, thank you for listening and I'll see you in the next video.